So as the story goes, Heartland Logistics was founded September 9th of 2020, but the relationships kind of go back a lot further than that. I met Scott back in 2010. We were both working for a large 3PL. I had an opportunity to come up to Iowa, being from Kansas City. I met with him when we did a sales call together. Never knew him beforehand, but he was brought along on this sales call. So that's really kind of, where our relationship started.
We both had a passion for agriculture. If you take him and I for that company, we were doing the large majority of ag transportation, but there were gaps. We couldn't service our customer from the commodity side all the way through the final distribution side. There were gaps. We worked together for 8 years. John left and went to another company that was a private equity-backed transportation company and took off.
Fast forward to 2019, I am trying to build out an agribusiness division, and the one person that I knew that could probably help get me and us to the next level was Scott Erickson. I picked up the phone and I called him and I said, hey, I'd love for you to come work with me and help me build something really special. That conversation turned into a 9-month courtship just to get him to have enough faith to leave his steady job to come over here on the whim of starting something new.
So I took John up on his offer and went down to Kansas City for an interview. And I remember being in a pretty janky gas station on my knees praying that I'm making the right decision for our family. Long story short, it was great. For about a year and a half, we had crazy amounts of success, focusing on the total supply chain for ag customers.
We just had a freaking heyday. I mean, we onboarded, I want to say it was 90 clients in about 9 months' time. So things were going great, things were rocking and rolling.
I guess fast forward, COVID hit, March of 2020. Some things happened that were unfortunate, but if we look back, they're a blessing in disguise. And it really kind of forced John to start to think, hey, the only way to do this the right way is to do it ourselves. So he posed the question to me, Scott, hey, do you think we should start our own company? And I told him he was an idiot. I thought that was the scariest thing to be doing in a global pandemic.
And I said, why? Why is it such a crazy idea? For us, I said, we've been successful for the last 13 and 15 years respectively. Just because we leave and go start our own company doesn't mean the success stops. Is the road to success going to be easy? No, it's not. We're going to have to work really hard. Probably a lot more hours than we ever thought that we would. But I think the rewards and having the ability to ultimately service our customers, take care of our carriers, and as we build out a team, take care of our employees and our family, I think the possibilities are endless.
So I did some soul searching. I went to some other folks in the space looking for wisdom, and finally the light bulb kind of went off that, I think that we can do it.
September 9th of 2020, we've launched Heartland Logistics Group. It was Scott and I and one other employee, Menta Cleaver. We hit the ground running. We had no office, we had no additional team or support, we had no customers. The biggest thing for us is we just needed to get going, right? All we cared about at that time was progress. One foot in front of the other, get the momentum started, and move the ball down the field, and that's really what we did.
Looking back on it, God's got a plan for everybody. This is just the script that He wrote for John and I. We're together for a reason.